Einstein's forgotten invention that could save the planet. When you think of Albert Einstein, you picture equations on blackboards. E 等于 mc, the theory of relativity, the bending of space-time, the secrets of the universe written in mathematical language. But did you know that Einstein also invented a refrigerator? Not just any refrigerator, one that runs without electricity, without toxic chemicals, without any moving parts that could break. And this invention, created almost a century ago, might be exactly what we need to build a sustainable future. This is the story of Einstein's most practical invention, one that was forgotten for decades, but is now being rediscovered as a potential solution to one of our planet's biggest environmental challenges. Let's go back to Berlin. 1926. Einstein was at the peak of his fame. He had revolutionized physics, won the Nobel Prize, become a household name around the world. He spent his days thinking about the cosmos, black holes, the expanding universe, the fundamental nature of reality. And then one morning, he opened the newspaper and read a tragic story. An entire family had died in their sleep. The cause, their refrigerator, it had leaked toxic gas during the night. And by morning, they were gone. This wasn't unusual. Refrigerators in the 1,920 seconds were dangerous machines. They used chemicals like methyl formate, ammonia, and sulfur dioxide as coolants. These substances were incredibly effective at keeping food cold. They were also poisonous. When refrigerators leaked, and they often did, people died. It was one of the hidden dangers of modern life. Einstein read that story and couldn't stop thinking about it. Here was a technology meant to improve people's lives, to keep food fresh, to prevent disease. But it was killing families. There had to be a better way. He reached out to his friend Szilard, a brilliant physicist who would later help develop the atomic bomb. Einstein had a simple question. Can we design a refrigerator that's completely safe, one that can't leak poison because it doesn't use poison together? They got to work. What they created was remarkable. A refrigerator with no moving parts, no compressor that could break, no motor that needed electricity, no toxic chemicals that could leak, just a clever use of physics, heat, pressure, and the properties of certain liquids and gases working together in a sealed system. Here's how it worked. In simpler terms, you know how when you sweat, you feel cooler. That's because when liquid water on your skin evaporates into gas, it absorbs heat from your body. The Einstein-Szilard refrigerator used the same principle, but in a much more sophisticated way. Their design used three substances: ammonia, butane, and water. You start with a heat source. It could be a small flame, a gas burner, even sunlight concentrated through a lens. This heat causes ammonia to evaporate. The ammonia gas moves through the system, changing pressure as it goes. These pressure changes cause butane to evaporate as well. And when butane evaporates, it absorbs heat from its surroundings, cooling down the inside of the refrigerator. Then the gases cool down, condense back into liquids, and the cycle starts again, all in a completely sealed system. No leaks possible, no electricity needed, just physics doing what physics does. The elegance of this design is stunning. Think about it using heat to create cold. It seems almost paradoxical, like using fire to make ice. But that's exactly what Einstein and Szilard figured out how to do. They essentially created a machine that could run on any heat source: a candle flame, a gas stove, solar heat, even waste heat from other processes. They were so confident in their design that they filed for multiple patents. between 1926 and 1933, Einstein and Szilard secured at least 5 patents for various refrigeration designs. They even sold one patent to a company called Electrolux, which built a few experimental models. This was Einstein thinking not just about the universe, but about ordinary people, about safety, about creating technology that wouldn't harm the families using it. It was genius applied not to abstract cosmic questions, but to keeping food fresh and children safe. So why are you probably hearing about this for the first time? Why isn't every kitchen running an Einstein refrigerator? Because timing is everything. And sometimes the world isn't ready for the right idea. Just a few years after Einstein and Szilard developed their design, a chemist named Thomas Midgley Jr. invented something called Freon. It was a type of chlorofluorocarbon, CFC for short, and it seemed like a miracle. Freon was non-toxic, non-flammable, stable, and incredibly efficient at cooling. It was cheap to produce and easy to use in mass-manufactured refrigerators with electric compressors. Within a few years, Freon became the standard. Companies could make refrigerators faster and cheaper than ever before. The electric refrigerator became affordable for average families. The market exploded. And Einstein's elegant, safe, electricity-free design, it couldn't compete. It was more complex to build, slightly less efficient, and most importantly, it solved a problem that people thought had already been solved. Einstein and Szilard moved on to other projects. The refrigerator patents gathered dust. The world embraced Freon and forgot about the alternative. For decades, this seemed like the right choice. Freon worked beautifully. No more families dying from leaking refrigerators. Food stayed fresh. The technology spread across the globe. Refrigeration became one of the defining features of modern life, transforming food supply chains, public health, and daily living. But there was a problem nobody saw coming. In the 1970 seconds and 1980 seconds, scientists started noticing something alarming. The ozone layer, that protective blanket of gas high in our atmosphere that shields us from harmful ultraviolet radiation, was disappearing. There was a hole forming over Antarctica, and it was growing. When researchers investigated, they discovered the culprit: CFCs. Those miracle chemicals, including Freon, were stable enough to float up into the stratosphere, where ultraviolet light would break them apart, releasing chlorine. And that chlorine was destroying ozone molecules at an alarming rate. One chlorine atom could destroy thousands of ozone molecules. Suddenly, the safe alternative wasn't safe at all. It wasn't killing families overnight like the old coolants. It was doing something worse, slowly damaging the entire planet's protective shield, potentially causing cancer rates to skyrocket and ecosystems to collapse. In 1987, nations around the world signed the Montreal Protocol, agreeing to phase out CFCs. It's considered one of the most successful environmental treaties ever created. But it also meant the world needed alternatives. New refrigerants were developed, each with their own environmental trade-offs. Many are potent greenhouse gases, contributing to climate change, even if they don't destroy ozone. And that's when some scientists started looking backward. They went searching through old patents and forgotten designs, and they found Einstein's refrigerator. In recent years, research teams at Oxford, Cambridge, and other institutions have been revisiting the Einstein-Szilard design. They're asking, could this century-old invention be part of the solution to modern environmental challenges? Could a refrigerator that runs on heat instead of electricity, using safe substances instead of greenhouse gases, actually work in the 21st century? The answer seems to be yes. With modern materials and engineering improvements, Einstein's basic concept can be made more efficient. Researchers have built prototypes that can run on solar heat, making them perfect for off-grid areas, places without reliable electricity, rural villages, disaster zones, remote medical clinics storing vaccines. These could all benefit from refrigeration that doesn't need to be plugged in. Some scientists estimate that with optimization, Einstein refrigerators could reduce energy consumption for cooling by significant amounts. And because they can run on waste heat from other processes, they could help make industrial systems more efficient overall. There's something poetic about this. A design created to save individual families from poisoning might now help save the planet from environmental catastrophe. An invention dismissed as obsolete turns out to be ahead of its time. Einstein's compassionate response to a newspaper tragedy could become a blueprint for sustainable technology. But here's what really strikes me about this story. When we think of Einstein, we think of someone concerned with the biggest questions imaginable: the nature of time, the shape of the universe, the relationship between matter and energy, abstract, cosmic, profound. Yet here he was, reading about a family tragedy and thinking, I can help fix this. Taking time away from contemplating the cosmos to design a safer refrigerator. Applying that brilliant mind not just to understanding reality, but to making everyday life better for ordinary people. Einstein once wrote, "Concern for man himself and his fate must always form the chief interest of all technical endeavors." He believed that science and technology should serve humanity, should make life better, safer, more just. The refrigerator project embodies that philosophy completely. It reminds us that genius isn't just about grand theories. Sometimes it's about noticing a problem and caring enough to solve it. Sometimes it's about designing a humble machine that could keep families safe. Sometimes the most profound contributions aren't the ones that win prizes or get written into history books. They're the ones that quietly improve lives. And maybe, just maybe, the refrigerator Einstein designed in response to tragedy could be part of how we address the climate crisis. Not as the whole solution, but as one piece of a larger puzzle. A reminder that sustainable technology doesn't always mean inventing something entirely new. Sometimes it means rediscovering wisdom we've forgotten. The next time you open your refrigerator, remember, Einstein thought about that too. He imagined a version that would be safer, cleaner, kinder to the planet. It took the world nearly a century to realize he was right. Sometimes, being ahead of your time means waiting a long time to be proven correct. Einstein understood the universe better than perhaps anyone in history, but he also understood something equally important: that knowledge means nothing if we don't use it to help each other. That genius comes with responsibility. That equations might explain the cosmos, but compassion is what changes the world. One refrigerator at a time.